Hi, welcome to the Philippines and welcome to my new YouTube channel, Hard Life in Paradise. My name is Gerald from Plants and My Therapy, and I created this new YouTube channel in collaboration with friends and family in the Philippines as a source of livelihood for them. My plans are to turn this channel over to them after I help get it started. I was born and raised in Hawaii, and I still live in Hawaii. I am happy that Hawaii is the 50th state of the United States. I am part Hawaiian, but my grandfather came from the Philippines. And about 12 years ago, I went to the Philippines with friends, and I was surprised on what I saw. The Philippines is a beautiful country. It is beautiful. The people are so friendly, but even though I grew up poor, I didn't grow up third world poor. The first 4 nights I was there, I had to cry myself to sleep. I have never seen such poverty. These people want to work, except there's no jobs. This is in a region of the world where China and India has cheaper labor, so all of the businesses go there. Okay, enough about that before this becomes a rant against globalism. This is a barangay. A barangay is a village outside a city. And then the barangays are broken up into zones. I believe this is zone 4 of this barangay. If you own a car in the Philippines, you're rich. If you can afford a car, you're rich. Most people, or the average person in the Philippines, drives these. You see on the right that yellow motorcycle with the sidecar. In fact, you'll see a lot of motorcycles with sidecars. Those are called tricycles, and that's what the average mode of transportation for the average family. Of course, most people, they have to walk or they have to take bikes to work or wherever they have to go. You may notice that a lot of these tricycles are painted yellow, and that's in honor of the last president. That's where I used to buy my vegetables, that shop that we just passed on the left. On the right, I think that's the high school. I don't remember there ever being a wall there, but that's the high school. I think we're approaching the front street, the main road that goes from the city further inland through another city. This was a basketball court that all the kids used to go and play. This is the barangay Kabaluan. This is the main road that going to the city of Urdaneta. But this used to be a basketball court where the kids, this used to be crowded. That metal roof wasn't there, and of course all those cars weren't there. That's where they used to play, and this is where they used to dry rice. They would spread the rice on the ground. That building over there is where the barangay captain and their a barangay council is. For the look of the cars, look like they're doing well. This is the main road into town, and I've been to that bus stop. Life was hard before. Now it's even harder with the curfew. A lot of the people have a hard time. I've been up to that road. That goes to my friend's farm. This is the police station, that white building with the blue trim. And this is the elementary school. I remember passing out school supplies that I bought from, Target when they had their sales. Target was smart. I mean, they already had a Walmart in Hawaii, so why would anybody go to Target? But then Target started over-ordering a lot of things for school supplies, for Easter candy, all those things like that. And then they will put it 90% off, so people would have to go to Target. They were smart. Anyway, that's how I afford all the school supplies for that elementary school. The roads in the Philippines, as old as it looks, it must be decades old, but it's way smoother than any roads in Hawaii. Hawaii, we have to use this asphalt that breaks apart within a couple of years, so they have to redo the surfacing of the road continuously. In fact, if you come to Hawaii, you will never ever have a smooth ride. The asphalt is for safety purposes like everything is, but it costs the taxpayers millions of dollars. Oh, enough about that. Okay, we're in the Philippines. We're relaxing. It's a beautiful place. You know, I don't know if you noticed this, but there's a lot of these stores on the side of the road, family owned stores, and they're right next to each other. I don't know how they're able to survive. One of the things I miss in the Philippines while I'm in the Philippines is the big box stores like Home Depot or Walmart or or Target. If you need anything, you have to look for a small store someplace. This is what I kind of miss, though. I miss the small town feeling. I miss everybody knowing everybody. Everybody's friendly to everybody. I miss that. When I'm growing up in a small town in Hawaii, it was suffocating as a kid because you couldn't do anything wrong because it would get to your grandmother or your parents faster than anything else. I don't remember the gas station. That gas station was new. Those buildings are new. I almost bought land a couple years ago, and it was going to be someplace here on the right in one of these fields. But luckily I didn't because shortly after that they had a law where foreigners cannot own land. Oh, the guy who's doing the filming is my friend. We'll just call him Oliver. And he was born and raised in the Philippines. He's a nice guy. He's a family man. He works hard to provide for his family. And I came up with this idea for us to make a YouTube channel for him. Well, hopefully people will find it interesting. And there is a theme that we're working for. I bought this camera. I think this is SJ4000 or something like that. And it doesn't come with an EIS, an electronic image stabilizer. Ooh, that highway, this overpass is probably this new highway that goes from Manila all the way up to Ilocos Norte. When they built this highway, they took a lot of people's land, and some of these property that they had to occupy to take this to build this freeway was worth in the millions, but the Philippines government thought it was necessary for the country, so they just did it. From Manila to Urdaneta City, which is the barangay, the city that this barangay belongs to, it took 4 hours on the freeway, so hopefully it'll be a nicer ride. Over the years, I've sent a lot of money to the Philippines to help a lot of these families out. I am very fortunate, and I just wanted to help them. Due to the COVID shutdowns, people suffered even more. The price of food is going up, and there's no jobs, or they have a hard time getting to the jobs. And there's even lockdowns in Hawaii, which makes it even harder for me to send help for them, send money to them. So this is why I came up with this idea to start a YouTube channel for them to help supplement their money in case they can't find work. A lot of these people, they work in the rice fields. It's very hard work, very, very hard work. The tropical sun is hot. If you've ever been to the Philippines, you know this. And this is how I describe it to other people. Going to the Philippines, the heat and humidity, it's like walking into somebody else's shower that just came out of the shower, a hot, steamy shower. It's like a sauna. When I went to my friend's house, they didn't have hot water, and they thought that I would be upset about that. But as soon as you turn on that cold water, it felt good. And I hate cold showers, but it was so hot and humid in the Philippines that a cold shower was relief. Okay, I don't know how we started talking about showers. But anyways, I don't recognize a lot of these houses. Of course, it's been a while, and it looks like these houses were there when I was there. But I remember there's just fields of greenery, and then the villages were so nice, and people were so friendly. Of course, there's gonna have bad apples every place you go. Okay, this gas station was here. This gas station was not here. I'm sorry, it was not here. The way I used to have to buy gas before, it would be one of those little stores, and they would have the liter of gasoline in a used liter bottle of Coke. So that's how I used to buy the gas for my tricycle or motorcycle. You buy it by the liter, but it's given to you in a Coke bottle, which I thought was ingenious because you can't afford to put in a pump, um, and so now this barangay has a gas station, so that's convenient, and I probably safer for all the families that had to store all those gasoline and Coke bottles. Um, One of the things I find it interesting, if you notice on the side of the road, there's a little canals there. Those are little sewer or drainage canals. Human waste doesn't go into there. I'm sure there's cesspools. There's not human waste in there, but there is water draining in there, and sometimes it doesn't smell too good. But so luckily, it rains a lot in the Philippines, so it flushes out. Unfortunately, mosquitoes. There are a lot of mosquitoes in the Philippines. I think that's a rice mill. Oh, that's my friend's house. We just passed my friend's house. That was on the left-hand side. That's where I used to stay. So I recognize where we are now. A lot on the side of the roads. There are little cantinas, little foods. Okay, that's the elementary school that we passed earlier. That's the bus stop that I waited at when it stopped raining, and then I walked anyway. Oh, they got rid of, they had a large bougainvillea bush there before. It was beautiful. Okay, on the right side, there's the stone wall for the elementary school. That was there. One of my friends was approached to help finance that wall. It's one of those things that you're going to notice that they still burn rubbish here. In Hawaii, that's how we used to get rid of our trash, but now it's illegal. But in the Philippines, this is how they get rid of their rubbish. They don't have a, uh, a sanitation center that goes and pick it up. Or if they do, I don't see it. And I don't know if they come frequently, but a lot of these little fires are always going on around the place. In fact, the first night that I stayed there, I woke up alarmed because it smelled smoke. So I was looking around for the fire, but then I smelled food, so I felt a little better. And then I remembered that I was in the Philippines and things are slightly different. See that's on the side, on the right side, on the bottom. That's like a drainage area. It's dry now, but I don't know what zone. Oh, this is where the access to the farmland that I was going to buy. I don't know what zone this is, but on the left, there was a little road there that goes into the fields that's parallel to the road that we were on before. That was where I was going to buy my land. And they had a river, a water canal that goes through it. But luckily, well, I lost about $1,000 when I put down for them to hold it for me. And then, because at that time, foreigners could own up to 4 hectares of rice land, and I don't know how much of a city land it could do, but now it can't. When I saw the poverty, my mind worked overdrive and thinking of what could I do to help. And I thought about adopting a few kids. So I went to the American website, I forgot which one it was, to see how many children I could afford to adopt. And according to my income, I could adopt about 18. But there's no way I could raise 18 children. So I settled on the number 5. The plan was I was going to adopt them, take them to Hawaii, give them education, help them find good jobs so they could help their families struggling in the Philippines. But I found out that wasn't as easy as I thought. Apparently, anyways, it was not. And if I were to try it, then it could be human trafficking. It was. So this is my latest plan, to create a YouTube channel, turn it over to them so they can produce content, hopefully interesting, that will cause people. Actually, we have a plan. Just give us time, and we have to put the plan in motion. I just bought the cameras for them, and I set up a theme So just give us time, and hopefully we'll produce content that will be interesting and fun for people to watch. It won't be me talking, it will be them. If you made it this far into the video, thank you very, very much. And we're going to get it together. We only could get better.